Hello, welcome to Oceanic Oracle. My name is Ari and today I'm going to be giving you a gift guide for the bookworm in your life. So, you probably clicked on this video because A, you have someone who reads a lot in your life, or B, you're like me and you're indecisive about presents that you might want for the year. I know I tend to struggle a lot because most of the time I tend to buy things for myself. I have a list in my book. This should be day 2 of my countdown to Christmas, or countdown to Bookmas as I have dubbed it, because why not? And yeah, this is just some ideas of things you can ask for from relatives, from friends, from family. There are some things on here which shouldn't cost very much. There are things that are a bit more expensive on here, and I think I'll get the big one out of the way. The first thing on my list that I'm actually asking for Christmas is an e-reader. Now, this can be like an Amazon Kindle, or if you want something that's unbranded, I think the Kobo also do one. Here in Hong Kong, they sell both. I have asked for a Kindle because I have an Amazon account which has all of the ebooks that I've read on there. So I am actually asking for an Amazon Kindle for Christmas. The newest one that's come out is the Kindle Oasis. That one's quite cool actually because it has a place you can rest your fingers and you can press buttons to flip pages, which is cool. But you can get normal Kindles as well. They are less expensive, and the Kobos are definitely much more inexpensive. So if you have a bookworm and you want to try e-reading, I'd recommend getting one of those. Another gift that is more big and more expensive would be a book subscription. Now, I know certain book boxes like Fairy Loot, they do 1 month, 3 month or 6 month subscriptions. So what you can do if you want, you could order a 3-month book subscription for someone, or a 1-month book subscription. So they have a box for them. The bookworm in your life will have this book box. I think the 3-month one is great. You'd get these boxes for 3 months and then you could discontinue the payment. Fairy Loot is a good one. Illumicrate, I've also seen some pretty big things from them. Fairy Loot and Illumicrate, I know both of these boxes ship internationally. There are specific country-based ones. I know Book of the Month is a good one. You can get someone a subscription and they have a choice between, I think it's 5 books, and they can choose books that get sent directly to them. There are some ones in the UK that I think you can't get elsewhere in the world, but I know for sure Fairy Loot and Illumicrate both ship internationally. These book subscription boxes come with a multitude of things. You get pins, mugs, book sleeves, you get books of the month in them, so each crate will have a book that the whole theme is based on. And yeah, I think that's a fun gift for people who read a lot. Most of the time they don't know what the book actually is in the month, because the idea of these things is to be surprised. So just be aware of that. But I think the 3-month subscription option, particularly on Fairy Loot, is a very good deal. The only issue is that the wait list for these boxes is really long. So obviously there's no guarantee that you're going to get it before Christmas, but I think it's a great option. Could be for birthdays or something. I think it'd be a great option. Moving on, the next thing I have on here is book sleeves. I think book sleeves are great. I don't have one. I really want one, but I haven't found one that really catches my eye. Book sleeves protect your books when you're on the go. So if you're taking a book with you to school, or if you're taking a book with you to work, it is actually quite convenient to have it in a book sleeve, because book sleeves are typically waterproof and they ensure nothing happens, pages don't get folded and all that sort of stuff. I have been looking for one of these. I've been looking for one of these on Etsy. Etsy is a great place if you're looking for these sort of items, because buying from a small business is I think better. I think I always want to support small businesses. When I look for things like this, I tend to look on Etsy because I know that these are small businesses and I want to support them. Also, Etsy offers a wide variety. You can get specific book related book sleeves, which is good. If the person you're buying them for is a big fan of certain book series, it's great because they can just have that with them when they take books wherever they're going. But yeah, they have lots of different designs. I think I've seen foxes, I've seen cats, I've seen winter designs in general. I just think it's great, and I think the idea of book sleeves is just brilliant. I haven't found one that is in the size that I want. I want to go for a bigger size because I do have some hardbacks on my shelf. The bigger the book sleeve, the bigger the book you can fit in. So hardbacks, definitely go for a larger size. If the person in your life is just like a paperback reader, I believe they offer small, medium and large. It's always safe to get the larger one because you never know what size of books someone's going to put in there. I think I should have talked about this one before I talked about book sleeves, but if you have someone who is a book collector, so if you have someone like that in your life, if they have a certain series that they love, you could get them collector's editions of the books that they want. So I know Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom have them. These are books by Leigh Bardugo. I'm just gonna stick a photo up for reference, but there are definitely anniversary editions that you can get. Amazon would be a good place to look. I think Book Depository is best if you're looking internationally. Song of Achilles 10-year anniversary edition is beautiful and I really want it, but I can't justify me getting it because I already have a beautiful copy on my shelf over here, but you can't see it. I can't justify me going and getting it, but that is an option. If I could ask for anything, like I really want Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom duology in like the collector's editions because I love these books. Well, I love these books. I am reading Crooked Kingdom right now, but I love them and I'd love to have them in hardback, but I can't justify it. A good place to look for these things, as I said, is Book Depository is great if you're looking for international books. Like Book Depository ships everywhere in the world, but another good place to look is actually, as I talked about earlier, book subscription websites. Most of the time the books that they get in these book boxes are special editions, so they actually sell them on their website. So if you have a look on their catalogue, if their favourite book is on there in a special edition, most of the time these come with exclusive fan art, exclusive covers under the dust jacket. Like that's a great place to look as well. So if you're looking for collector's editions of books, well, A, you can always check Book Depository first because maybe they've been mass produced, or B, I would go with Fairy Loot or Illumicrate when you're looking for special editions of books. I think that's a great place to see. Another idea you could get, if someone already has an e-reader, I would actually say get them an Amazon gift card. I believe Amazon gift cards not only work for physical products, but they also work for like ebooks. And if they have a Kindle already, this would be a great gift. Like you could get a $10 or $20 value or like pound value worth on these cards, and they would last you ages. If they're anything like me, I read a lot on my e-reader. That's just a personal choice. I have Kindle Unlimited as well, and I borrow a book from Kindle Unlimited and return it when I'm done. But one of the best things is if you give them an Amazon gift card. Not all books are available on the Kindle Unlimited library. If they have something like that, they can go and purchase it and they have you to thank. So I think an Amazon gift card would be a great option for people who have an e-reader and who enjoy reading books on Amazon. I think it also works if they want physical books. You can always increase the price. Like I'm just thinking if you're looking for a cheaper option, you can do like 10, 20, 50. You could do that. The next thing I have on here is actually, it's more for someone who is of age, like legal drinking ages apply, okay? The option that I'm actually saying is get someone some wine charms. Give me a sec, I'll show you what wine charms do. So I don't have any wine charms here because they're all in the UK, But when you have a glass of wine, a wine charm will actually sit around here, so around the bottom, and it's a good way to tell if you're having a house party. It's a good way to tell whose glass is whose. In my family, we've always done this when people are drinking wine or champagne, because it's an easy way to distinguish whose glass is whose. So if one person is drinking one type of wine, so one type of white wine or one type of red wine, the other people don't mix it up and they don't end up drinking stuff that they don't like. I actually got my mum some last year, these Jane Austen ones. I don't know if they're still available online, but there were 6 of them, one for each of her novels. And that was a good way for us to distinguish whose glass was whose, particularly Christmas Day. Everyone has a favourite of those books, so we just assigned them. And I think wine charms are just great. Like, my mum has a collection of them, and it's just a great way at parties, when you were allowed parties, to distinguish whose glass is whose. Yeah, it was just great. And I think one of the best things is that I believe that there are these sorts of things for other books. You probably won't find them for YA books, but I think classics are a good way to do. I'm sure other classical authors have some. I think that's a great idea. The next thing I have on my list is obviously bookmarks. I can't have enough bookmarks. Like, I'm always looking for more. I got some for my birthday last year. So these are goddess inspired. So this is Arianrhod and this is Hecate. I actually have a Freya one, which is in a book somewhere. And I also have 2 smaller bookmarks. I always need bookmarks. And I think, again, Etsy is a great place to go. I think bookmarks are always great because, again, when you're reading, if you read physically, you use them so much. I'm not someone who dog ears. So if you have a reader who dog ears their pages, they probably won't need them. But I definitely love having bookmarks. I've used so many things to replace them. But now, since I actually have a set of them, most of the time they sit up on my shelf there. Whenever I'm in need of one, I just go and pick one up and use it. These were a gift from my dad that I got for my birthday, along with my other bookmarks. And I just think, what's not to love about having a set of bookmarks from someone? And they'll think of you whenever they use them. Or at least, hopefully they will. I guess I should move on to sort of like book related paraphernalia. One of the best things about shopping online is that you actually have access to so many things. And one of the things that I really like looking for, most of the time I look for things on Etsy because, again, small businesses, and I want to support them. There is quite a lot of like book related paraphernalia. Some of the things that I've asked for on my Christmas list are actually in this, so I'm going to be listing them. One of the best ones I actually have is book character inspired candles. I love candles. I have Christmas candles going on my table in the living room right now, which make the room smell delicious. But book character specific ones, they're great. I love it when candle makers will make scents inspired by certain characters or certain places, because if you're reading a book and if these characters are in there, it's just one way to be really immersed in the book, and I love that. So I think candles are great, but if you have someone who's sensitive to smells, probably not a good idea. Everyone likes a different scent, and I think one of the best things about book characters is you have a variety of scents. So you have characters from certain books which may have more musky scents, and then you can find candles inspired by certain characters that are sweeter, and it just depends on what you want. I have asked for quite a few from my sisters because candles are just great. I found quite a few on Etsy, so if you're looking for something that will ship to your country, Etsy is a great place to go. Another option, if you're looking for book related paraphernalia, is to get sort of book inspired earrings. My other Pride and Prejudice earring is down the side of my bed. Yeah, so I have a Pride and Prejudice pair of earrings that my mum got me for Christmas last year. It matches my Pride and Prejudice book that I have back there. I love wearing these. So earrings are always good. There are a variety of them on Etsy. I actually also own a pair of Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief earrings that my mum got me for my birthday, because you can sort of see I have my large collection of Rick Riordan books up there, and my mum got me like earrings to match the latest cover of The Lightning Thief. You can actually send the seller a picture of like the cover that you want to print on these earrings, which is great if you know what book the person you're getting them loves, and it just gives them it gives you freedom to choose. Maybe they have a book that they really love and they would really enjoy wearing earrings with them. I think it's a great idea. Aside from those sort of things, pins are always a good option. I don't have many book related pins. I have Pokemon related pins. I have, actually that's a lie, I do have a book related pin. I have the Snork Maiden from Finn Family Moomin Troll, which was one of my favourite childhood books. I have one of those. I have flower pins. Pins are just so versatile. You can put them on anything. You can put them on your bags. You can do anything with them. I know certain people in the book community actually collect pins and they stick them up on a pin board or on a pin flag. I think that's what they actually use. And yeah, I just think it's a great thing because it gives you an option to accessorize, and it's not necessarily related to do you have a piercing or not. But yeah, I think that's a good idea. Another thing that's related to book paraphernalia is getting like fan art, like proper fan art of characters. I think this also works if you want an artist to draw a rendering of the person you're actually giving the present to. This also would work. I think it's just a good option. There's so much stuff that you can find online. One of the best things you can do actually, and in my opinion, again, this is all my opinion, but I think one of the best things you can actually do is actually search on Etsy. So type the person you're buying for, or if it's you, type your favorite series into the search bar and hit search. It should come up with a list of products that you can get, like that can be sent to your country. But if you're using a VPN, make sure you actually set the options to deliver to the country you live in. Always a good thing. You'll get a list of things, so it can be a variety of like book sleeves, candles, like pins, earrings, anything that you can find that is actually related to this series. And if they have multiple book series that they really enjoy, you can do this multiple times and get them a different thing related to each series. And it just gives you inspiration as to what is actually available and what can be sent to you. Etsy is also a great place to just like go and have a look. But the one thing I will say, if you're ordering from Etsy or if you're ordering from small businesses, make sure you get your orders in early. Now, the last thing that I have on this list, and just obviously this is all completely subjective, but I think the best thing that you can get for someone if they like books is books. If you want to get a book for them to try, I think that's a good option, but be aware that each person has their own individual tastes. I'm actually going to be uploading a video close to Christmas time of the books that I actually have on my Christmas wish list. I haven't actually sent it out to anyone because I'm trying not to buy a lot of books. But if you want inspiration for other books, I would recommend actually going on Goodreads, also watching other YouTubers or like other booktubers or booktalkers, I guess, if you have TikTok. I do not. TikTok is not available where I live, so I just have to make do with Instagram Reels, but it's fine. Books have to be your best bet if you're looking for something to get someone who really loves books. I'd recommend doing some research on the person you're actually buying for, and if they actually ask you for a list of books, get some of the books on that list, because those are actually the books that they would like to receive. I think that sort of gives you a good idea as to what you can get someone, obviously if they like books. I don't know why you would have clicked on this video otherwise. As my list, I'm going to be putting links to Etsy, Book Depository, Fairy Loot and Illumicrate in my description. So if you are looking to get book subscription services, buy from small businesses, or you want to find books that are sold internationally, I think I've got you covered. But yeah, I hope I have helped you in some way. If you are like me and you go searching for inspiration, I think this hopefully would have helped you make a choice as to what you want to ask for. I think the internet is a splendid thing, and you can just go and try and find whatever you want. But if you are looking to buy something for the bookworm or the reader in your life, I hope I have offered some guidance as to like narrowing stuff down. I know it can be tricky. All right, that's it for day number 2 of Countdown to Christmas. I am uploading a video every other day in December, so this should come out on the 2nd day. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you want more bookish content. I'll link my social media links in the description below, along with the links to the websites that I've talked about. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.